Almighty God, thank you for your divine guidance and provision. We thank you in the name of Jesus for all our students who have completed primary education and are now moving on to secondary. Thanks for the parents who, by your grace, have provided for their children over the years. Give our parents extra grace, patience, mercy, and love as they demonstrate the same for their children in the secondary education. We are grateful with gratitude for all our teachers, the administration, and the PTA, who have labored extensively with our students to bring them to this juncture of their lives. We thank you and are grateful. Let today be a day of reflection for those of our students, a day of remembrance of the many times that they have failed and also the success they have enjoyed and how it makes them feel. A day of celebration of their attainment and accomplishment in the primary education. A day when the teachers will say to them, I will miss you. And when they will reply, I will miss you too. We thank you for your word that teaches us and says, train up our children in the way he should go. And when he is old, he will not depart from it. Let our children continually find grace and favor to lay hold on instruction, for it is the way of life. Let your favor and blessing be now upon us as we rejoice and be glad with our children and their successes. Jesus, we thank you and we express thanks and gratitude as we honor our children, for these are our future generation. I now pronounce every blessing of excellence on our children and their future as they strive for mastery. In Jesus' precious name, I pray. Amen. Amen.
A hearty welcome to our 2014 end-of-year ceremony. Today is a momentous occasion where we reflect upon yesterday, appreciate today, and anticipate tomorrow. Thanks for coming. It is in this mode that I take the task of introducing our chairperson for today's proceedings. This ambitious and dedicated individual, originally hailed from Rhiners Village, but now resides in Palm Loop. She currently works for the government of Montserrat as head of the office of the Deputy Governor. She first completed a diploma in business administration at the College of Arts, Science, and Technology in Jamaica, now called UTech. In 2004, this young lady completed a bachelor's degree in international relations and French at the University of Sussex, England. When she is not working, she enjoys tutoring students in maths, bookkeeping, and accounts. Put your hands together as we welcome our chairperson, the lovely Deborah Lewis.
Almost 18 years ago, when I had my son, I remember my brother, Kevin Lewis, he said to me, Debbie, you've just had a baby. You're a mother now. When we were children, our mother never really hugged and kissed us because times were different, times were a little bit more difficult. But we knew that she loved us. However, as your eldest brother, I'm going to ask you to do something for me. Remember to always hug and kiss Raphael as much as you can. The introduction to today's proceedings was very touching and a very personal moment for me, and I want to congratulate the head teacher and staff of the Lookout Primary School for such a brilliant idea. You could see some of the parents, guardians, who are comfortable with hugging and others not so comfortable. But parents, I want to encourage you this morning to hug and to kiss up the little children, okay? Let that start at the tender age of 5 to 11, that's primary school age, so that they're not always searching when they get older in all the wrong places. Now, I know the protocol has already been set, but I would also like to recognize the Honorable Donaldson Romeo, leader of Her Majesty's Loyal Opposition, Mr. Philip Chambers, Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Education, Mr. Francis, Director of Education, Mrs. Dolores Jubry, Head Teacher, Miss, well, I'm prophesying, Miss White, and other representatives of the Ministry of Education. Thank you very much, Denelta, for that great introduction, and I am very pleased to have been invited here today on what I know is a very special day for the Lookout Primary School. Our esteemed parents and teachers, distinguished guests, pupils, ladies and gentlemen, I salute all of you this morning. I take great pleasure in welcoming each of you. My name, as you would have heard from Denelta, is Deborah Lewis, and I am delighted to be the chairperson, indeed, the master of ceremonies for today's proceedings. The Lookout Primary School End of Year Ceremony 2014. Pupils, you've been referred to as students, but I think that children who go to primary school should be reminded that they're not yet students, but pupils, and so we kind of keep them in their places for a little longer. I take great pleasure in welcoming all of you pupils here today. I know that your moms, your dads, grandparents, guardians, uncles, aunties are very proud of you today. They have high hopes for you, and they believe in you. 18 of you have successfully completed primary education, and so it is with bittersweet joy, I imagine, that they are sending you off to the Montserrat Secondary School. The rest of you will be moving up to new classes, and we want all of you, wherever you are, at the Montserrat Secondary School or whether you remain at the Lookout Primary School, to always do your best to live up to your potential. Today, everyone is very, very, and I mean very, very proud of you. If you were to ask me, today would be a good day to ask your parents for money. Parents, grandparents, guardians, I am very pleased also to welcome you. As another school year ends, it's one of the times you can take a break and reflect, feeling good as a parent or a mentor, a guardian, knowing that the children or the child you care about, they're doing just fine and they're on the right path. To the head teacher, Ms. Jubry, and the deputy head teacher, Ms. Denelta Weeks, all the other teachers, there really are no words to express gratitude for all you do. For teachers are like candles which consume themselves to brighten the lives of our children. In fact, Aristotle said, and I quote, "Those who educate children well are more to be honored than even parents. For parents only gave life, but teachers the art of living well. I must say also that I am pleased that Mr. Richard Campbell, a co-worker, he's one of the government architects at the Ministry of Communications, Works and Labor. I am very pleased that he is able to join us today as our guest speaker. Now, as the ceremony proceeds, I want all of the pupils to do something for me, and later I'm going to give each of you a card, a little index card, and at the back of it, I want you to write the words, and I want you to start thinking about these words now. But I'll give you the opportunity later on to actually write the words on one side of the card. And it goes something like this: anything the mind can conceive, and I will believe, comma, I can achieve, exclamation mark. Anything the mind can conceive, and I will believe, I can achieve. We're going to have Grade K next doing a poem. Nikisha and Emeka to come and do the challenge, I want to recognize Miss Braid sitting in the corner. I was one of the very first students or pupils that she taught at the Plymouth Primary School, I don't know how many years ago, so I just want to recognize her this morning. Nikisha and Emeka, could you please come to do the challenge?
Today is a very important day in the quest for my education journey, because I am about to enter the Mansat Secondary School. I witnessed the 5th and 10th anniversary celebrations and many other events, so I have a great view of the school. I will always remember our school's motto, "The top is reached by striving." I have been encouraged to strive daily, diligently, and honestly. Now that I am leaving, I challenge all the pupils of the Lookout Primary School to work harder and lift the school's banner very high in all of your activities. You will be privileged to fully occupy the new building. Please take care of it and use its facilities to improve your skills. Anyway, I want to personally challenge you, Emeka, Jodia, Angelica, Jailal, to remain focused on your goals. Continue to be a good example for the others to follow, because you are very intelligent and you have great leadership skills. Remember, you are the president of the student council, so you have to continue to lead with integrity. Sometimes I will stop by the school to check on you. I expect to get a good report, so study hard, exercise discipline, and make Lookout Primary School proud. I am depending on you to live up to the challenge. Press on, my sister. May God bless you always.
It is a wonderful morning. Thank you, Nikisha Margaret Scotland, for your challenge. I am confident that I am a good role model for others to emulate. As mentioned, I am the president of the Student Council. As you know, Nikisha, I joined the Lookout Primary School on the 8th of September 2008, and again on the 2nd of September 2013. Anyway, as you are about to leave the school, I wish you continued success. Never forget the training you received here at the Lookout Primary School. Work hard as usual, use your potential to the fullest. Continue to be a leader and try to achieve your goals. Please remember that you are the National Student of 2014. What a joy! You have to live up to this title. Encourage the other school leavers to use their time wisely and legally. We will miss you, but you have to move on to a higher learning. Once in a while, I will telephone your principal to find out about your progress. Nikisha, stay strong and continue to climb the ladder of success. God bless you, my sister.
No, I couldn't have given a better challenge myself. Nikisha, when I grow up, I want to be just like you. You spoke so well. And Emika, you are such a worthy and humble successor. And I see that you gave Nikisha a counter challenge. So I think the head teacher and the staff of the Lookout Primary School, I think they're doing well. And I think we can be happy that our children are on the right path. We're going to have the school report now by the head teacher, Miss Edith Jubri. Could you please give her a round of applause as we welcome her to the stage?
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. According to Barbara Bush, good education is the essential foundation of a strong democracy. With that ambience on the horizon, I present a brief school assessment report for the period September 2013 to July 2014. The school opened its doors for the new academic year on Monday, the 2nd of September 2013, under the banner, "The top is reached by striving." The theme for the year was sports and games, and this was embellished by the 6 pillars of character counts: trustworthiness, respect, responsibility, fairness, caring, and citizenship. However, there was an atmosphere of some disappointment, as many believed that the 3 buildings would have been renovated in time for the opening of school. While renovations were being hustled, the 2 government primary schools occupied the 2-floored building on a shift basis, with Lookout Primary attending on the first shift. At the end of the shift system, the Braids Primary School occupied the 3 newly renovated buildings. During the period of relocation, both schools worked amicably. As outlined in our mission statement, Lookout Primary School is committed to providing pupils with the necessary skills, attitudes, values, and knowledge appropriate for their development. With the assistance of all stakeholders, each pupil would be assisted in developing his or her potential, thus preparing him or her for secondary education and enabling him or her to make a meaningful contribution to society. The school caters to pupils from Cars Bay, Davy Hill, St. John's, Sweeney's, Gerald's, Drummond's, Mungo Hill, Peaceful Cottage, and Barzies. Pupils should attend school within their catchment area, but sometimes this is not consistent. The school's population totals 108, 54 males and 54 females. The percentage of non-nationals is high in some grades. For instance, grade 1, it is 33.3% nationals. Some non-nationals have upgraded their status without informing the school. The enrollment is as follows. I shall read the males first. Kindergarten, 6, 7, total 13. Grade 1, 7, 2, 9. Grade 2, 9, 7, 16. Grade 3, 7, 9, 16. Grade 4, 8, 11, 19. Grade 5, 11, 6, 17. Grade 6, 6, 12, 18. During the year, we admitted 21 pupils, 12 males and 9 females. The academic staff includes Miss Edith Dubry, head teacher, Mr. Nelto Weeks, deputy head teacher, grade 3, Mrs. Yvonne Bray Julius, grade 6, Mrs. Orletta O'Donoghue, grade 5, Miss Jamelia White, grade 4, Miss Jamelia Greenaway, grade 2, Mrs. Sandra Haywood Lewis, grade 1, Miss Vanessa Hilton, grade K, Miss Sharon L. Daly, teacher assistant, grade 6 from the HYPE program, Miss Carol Archer, teacher assistant, grade 3, HYPE program, Miss Mary Blake, special education needs teacher. We have 2 trained teachers, 1 untrained teacher, and 4 trained graduate teachers. The support staff comprises Mr. Silas Carty and Miss Rebecca Chalmers, music teachers, Miss Malika Barber, guidance counselor, Miss Daryl Hughes, Spanish teacher, Mrs. Ann Bino Joseph, sewing teacher, a team of coaches from the sports department, Miss Janelle Lane, clerical officer. Other staff, 1 part-time groundsman and 2 cleaners. Earlier in the school year, Mrs. Donette Bagot Allen worked as a guidance counselor. Mrs. Natalie Allen was the dance instructor. Miss Valencia White Watts worked as teacher assistant at grade 6 under the HYPE program, and Miss Jenny Lee Tuitt taught grade 2. Miss Josanna White, a past pupil, was on work experience at the school for 1 week. She hinted that she gained lots of meaningful ideas during her short stint. During the period under review, the school participated in various events and achieved some success. This goes along with our vision statement to assist with the overall development of each pupil and to enhance regard for God, self, and society. A breakfast was held in December to raise funds for the school. Several pupils wrote poems for Anti-Bullying Week, and these were read during General Assembly. 20 pupils received food packages from a health ministries team from South England Conference, and the entire school enjoyed a one-off vegetarian lunch meal. Carissa Romeo received the 2nd prize for her poem about breaking the silence. Nikisha Scotland gained an honorable mention for her essay entitled The Volcano's Touch. Several children were a part of the gathering to welcome the FIFA trophy to the island. Several pupils were appointed as class monitors. The head teacher and 2 pupils attended the opening ceremony for child safeguarding. Nikisha and Carissa attended the opening ceremony for World AIDS Day and read a poem. Our annual Christmas concert was held under the caption, The Christmas Journey. The teachers must be complimented for their dramatic presentation entitled, Just Come. I ask for a hand for the teachers. In spite of the power outage, the concert was highly appreciated. The school now has an auditorium, so perhaps the next concert would be profitable in terms of finances. The school gained some prizes for the Montserrat National Trust Flower Show. Grade 1, Grade 6, Niana Sinclair, Tristan Bentick, Angela Fabian, and Devonnie Brown. I ask for a round of applause. Dariona Osborne participated in Sunrise Productions Spelling Bee competition. Emeka Jailal was elected as president of the Student Council, and she is doing a wonderful job. Javika Adams participated in the Miss St. John's Princess Show. The cricketers placed first runner-up in the kiddies cricket. Grades 2, 4, and 5 were a part of the first aid training conducted by the Montserrat branch of the British Red Cross, facilitator Miss Mary Blake. All pupils participated in the tree planting day affair, flower planting, litter campaign, and drum painting competition organized by the Student Council. Grade 2 won that competition, a hand for grade 2. The Student Council also held a territorial song singing competition, and 14 pupils gained certificates. Miss Vanessa Hilton is the staff sponsor. A hand for Miss Hilton. Litter wardens and gardeners were also selected. Pupils were awarded certificates for outstanding performance in language arts, behavior, mathematics, character counts, reading, spelling, science, and social studies. Some classes got certificates for 100% attendance. Some boys took part in the public speaking rally for character counts, and they too received certificates. Nikisha Scotland was awarded the title of National Student of the Year. A hand for Nikisha. Terrace Weeks received the award for character counts. Carissa, Rayanne, Nikisha, and friends gained prizes for the productions in commemoration of Girls in ICT Day. Three pupils are members of the National Children's Choir, and others have auditioned, hoping to be selected on the choir. 14 pupils have also auditioned to play roles in an upcoming movie. We celebrated Heritage Day when we prepared traditional foods, Fruit and Water Day to encourage healthy lifestyles, as well as Donut Day. Our Commonwealth activities included a netball tournament and a cricket tournament. Cricket was won by Canada and the Rest, or Brown House. The netball was won by Africa, Australia, and New Zealand, or Grey House. The pupils received medals. We had a concert on Commonwealth Day, the second Monday in March, under the theme, Team Commonwealth. It revealed a display of creativity by the classes. A hand for the teachers and the children. Our road race through the Lookout vicinity was won by Anisha Turner of Brown House in 9 minutes 11 seconds, and Jeshuan Fenton of Brown House, 8 minutes 8 seconds. Simone Bryan and Stanford Jarrett of Brown House were the two Class 1 pupils to be included in the first 10. At the end of our sports meet, Brown House won with 207 points, Grey House 175.5 points, and White House 165.5 points. Give all of the houses a round of applause. We gained 179 points at the joint sports meet. A hand for Lookout Primary School's performance. Stanford Jarrett, Jordan Ryan, Anisha Turner, and Devonnie Brown were champions in their classes. A hand for them, please. Devonnie and Anisha were the victor and victrix Ludorum, respectively. They gained the same honors at our inter-house sports meet. Jade Durand and Isaiah Augustine, participated in the Montserrat Union of Teachers Junior Calypso competition. The compulsory song was based on character counts. The parent coordinators, led by Mrs. Carol Martin, organized another pre-Father's Day luncheon. Monies raised were used to buy gifts for those who placed first, second, and third in their classes. A hand for Mrs. Martin. Her last child attends the Montserrat Secondary School, but she is committed to the school, and we are grateful for that. A few children still show interest in the Red Cross Junior Link and Junior Achievement. Ms. Jubri is the staff sponsor. Unfortunately, this year, we did not do steel pan. The children must be more disciplined and take care of the instruments. Pupils conducted 3 community surveys during the year. These were based on Global Hand Washing Day, St. Patrick's Day, and Labor Day. The analysis showed that many persons in our community do not know what these special days are about. On Valentine's Day, we had our Prince and Princess show. The overall winners were Emeka Jailal and Irvin Liebert of grade 5. A hand for grade 5 for the teacher. It was also Jeans and Hot Dog Day. The pupils were wearing special outfits and were treated to chocolates, compliments the Montserrat branch of the British Red Cross. They were judged on talent, introductory speech, and attire. Several pupils joined the African drumming and Irish dancing, a part of the St. Patrick's Week of celebrations. The school featured a troupe for the St. Patrick's Day parade called Our Heritage. Thanks to Miss Irene Lee for displaying her creative work. Thanks also to Mrs. Geraldine Roberts-Riley for donating some accessories, as well as Odslin Butler. The school was a part of the activity planned to receive the Queen's Baton for the Commonwealth Games this year. The sports department organized a cricket and netball tournament. The boys, under the captaincy of Devon Sweeney, won both matches. Congratulations, a hand for them. The girls showed a little improvement, but did not win any of their matches. A football tournament was organized too, which was probably very tiresome after playing cricket until early in the afternoon, yet they were required to play football on the same day. The boys tried and placed third. Give them some encouragement, please. All school leavers visited the Montserrat Secondary School. This was a transition activity. Pupil achievement. Reading screening tests were administered in March this year. Several pupils have improved. 2013, 2014, I shall compare. Grade 2, 31.3% of the class read at or above their level. It has declined this year to 12.5%. Grade 3 last year, 40%. This year, 68.5%. 3 girls improved and 3 boys improved. So give them a hand. Grade 4, 35%, this year 26%. 1 boy moved from above to below. There are some boys in that class with challenging behavior. Parents and guardians need to work along with the school so we can improve that situation. Grade 5, 55%, now 75%. 1 girl moved up and 6 boys moved up. Grade 6, 87.5%, now 88.9%. 1 girl moved up and 1 boy moved up. So we are seeing that most of the children tend to be reading a little later. In our term 3 tests, those who got 50% and above. 2013, 2014. Grade K, 100%, 100%. However, There is one special need pupil in that class, and that child needs an assistant. It is very difficult for the class teacher. Grade 1, 100% now, 88.9%, and there are some students there where English is not their first language. Grade 2, 100%, 93.3%, a slight decline. Grade 3, 63.6%, 81.3%, 17.7% increase. We're happy for that. Grade 4, 68.8%, now 71.4%, an increase, and we're happy too. Grade 5, 90.5%, and this year 62.3%. There are some pupils there who are on the SEND program. Grade 6, 95.2%, now 72.2%. However, only 2 children are not really reading above their level, so it's not that bad. The lower schools seem to be much stronger when it comes to the tests. Perhaps the older children are not focusing enough, and greater parental monitoring is necessary. Parents and guardians must ensure that pupils complete their tasks. Parents also need to visit the school and inquire about their children's performance. National tests or attainment tests. These were done in grades 3 and 5 in language arts and maths. 2013, boys 46%, 2014, 61%. Give the boys a hand, they're having fun. Girls, 2013, 62%, now 70%. So Tonya Burns gained 91% for maths. This shows improvement in maths for both boys and girls. The gender gap is also narrowing. Language arts, 2008, boys 38%, 2014, 35%. There is a slight decline. Girls, 56%, now 52%. There is a slight decline, so we need to work on our creative writing. Grade 5, maths, 2013, boys 57%, 2014, 42.7%, girls 2013, 29%, 2014, 68.4%. So the girls skyrocketed. Give a hand for the girls, please. The girls improved by 39.4%, and Emeka Jailal gained 90.5%. Language arts, boys, 2013, 53.4%, 2014, 41.6%, so there's a decline in language. Girls, 56%, 57%, a slight increase. The gender gap for grade 5 is still very wide, so parents need to motivate their children a lot more. Perhaps as they get older, we tend to leave them on their own, but that is not right. For the first time, pupils wrote the Caribbean Primary Exit Assessment in grade 6. 18 pupils wrote the test, and 16 passed overall. That is 88.9%. Give a hand, that's not bad for the first time. Thanks to the parents, the guardians, and the teacher. They passed the external exams very well, but it was the internal marks which decreased the average. So it means that children must be consistent, and sometimes they're not studying for their tests and they're not passing in their projects. So parents and guardians, please watch that. Nikisha Scotland performed the best for the school, 97.3% on the external exams. Devon Sweeney and Carissa Romeo also performed well. The school leavers wrote the placement tests, but results have not been released. 18 pupils will be transferred to the Montserrat Secondary School. The SEND program, this is taught by Miss Mary Blake. Presently, there are 21 pupils, 14 males and 7 females, and some improvement have been seen. Sports, the coaches work at the school on Mondays and Thursdays, right up to the luncheon interval. They assist us with other sporting activities, and we are grateful to them. Give a hand to Mr. Scotland, Jeff, and the other members of the sports department. Mr. Silas Carty assists on Mondays as well as Wednesdays, and he's accompanied by Miss Rebecca Chalmers. Give them a hand, please. We thank them. Sewing is done by Mrs. Ann Bino Joseph. She teaches grade 6. The children did their exams. Nikisha gained 98.6% overall. Give a hand to Nikisha. Carissa and Nair did fairly well also, but some of the students did not do well. Some did not finish their work. They were also encouraged to bring the materials so they can make uniforms for the secondary school. Sad to say, only a few of them took up on the offer. Let's give a hand to Mrs. Joseph. And to tell you more, the one who performed the best will get a sewing machine in September. That is something to applaud for. Pupils are given incentives to motivate them to improve their performance. So during the year, we gave several certificates, and we hope that the children appreciate them. We have set targets for each pupil, and we track their performance each week. The head teacher discusses pupils' performance with the teachers. We do term tests, end-of-year tests, plus we track each pupil in the 4 core areas according to strands or topics. Results are used to analyze their performance and to plan for improvement. Pupils are given feedback, and parents too. Since we moved into the new building, the 7th of June 2013, there has been no internet at the school, and it is not the fault of Lyme. Religious knowledge. We try to provide pastoral care for each pupil. However, it is sad to say that some of the persons we have asked to help have not been showing up. Thanks to Sister Riley, she has been faithful, Pastor Dr. Ruth, Pastor Hastings, and the Honorable Victor James. We have had pep talks from Brother Alfred Ryan, Bishop Melroy Mead, Reverend Charlie Joseph, and some police officers. Attendance. Children attend school fairly often, and the attendance is generally good. For terms 1 and 2, the boys, 93.5%, and the girls, 96.5%. Outsourcing. The government outsourced the school lunch program and the school transportation system. There were some teething stages, but issues have been taken into consideration and matters have been resolved. Congratulations to those who have been catering. Give them a hand, please. Climate for teaching and learning. We do have staff meetings on a regular basis. Teachers prepare their individual work plan. School improvement plan must be done by the head teacher for the year, as well as a school self-evaluation. Teachers prepare their termly extent of work, daily lesson plans, and goals for the week. Timetables are in each class. During this year, we conducted 14 staff development sessions. The list included creative writing, methodologies, assessment procedures, and creating a holistic approach towards CPA. We have kept records of behavior and have given regular feedback to the children. I shall give a synopsis. During the year, 8 pupils were suspended. There were 5 reported cases of littering. 8 pupils were late for class. 11 were reported for insolence to other pupils. 3 cases of lying and others. A behavior management policy has been created, but it has not been implemented as yet. School resources. The school expansion project is almost completed. It will be a state-of-the-art facility with a dance room, sewing room, maths lab, language lab, science lab, auditorium, kitchen, changing rooms, library, ICT room, and staff room, with lots of modern materials and equipment. We are hoping that the children will use these to maximize their potentials and performance. The class sizes at the school are reasonable, but the children have varying abilities, so it takes a lot from the teacher, and they must do a lot of differentiation, and we are asking if we can get some teacher assistants. We receive lots of gifts from various people. We have thanked them, and we will write to them. We got cricket gears from Tyrone Greenaway, chocolates from the Red Cross, combs from Arrow's Man Shop, diary from MS Osborne, $500 from a friend of the head teacher, first aid kit, and 5 fire extinguishers from the search and rescue department, footballs from the football department. We attended lots of workshops and meetings, one from the complaint committee, Reading Rainforest, Protected Schools, Business Innovation and Business Planning Teleconference organized by the ECCB. Lots of visitors, the health officials, search and rescue, persons who come to help with guidance counseling, the Honorable Minister of Education, PS Education, other education officials, officials from the Department of Culture, Mr. Roderick West, Lloyd Martin, Dr. Shirley Ince, Dr. Samuel Joseph, Mr. Trevor Howe, the drummers from Africa, Lonnie Howe. Teachers and pupils of grade 5 from the Parham Primary School in Antigua, Lime personnel, Mr. Denfield Morris, Illuminat Antigua Limited, and they donated 3 boxes of copying paper. Mr. Don Taylor, DFID Education representative. There is a need for greater control in some children, and parents and guardians need to be more consistent in discipline, and they must be vigilant too. Several children have no sports uniform, or some do not wear them. Children leave uniforms lying around and never claim them. We are reminding parents and guardians that the shirt or the blouse is light yellow. Long pants for the boys. To the teachers, parents, guardians, pupils, and other stakeholders, thanks for your support. We realize that we need to do more in the core areas, especially language arts, in the upcoming year. It is paramount that we continue to go on field trips and increase the pupils' experiences in science and social studies. We need to continue to boost the literacy and numeracy curricula in general. Maybe more oral sessions and incentives are needed. I challenge all parents and guardians of the Lookout Primary School to cooperate with the teachers and pupils. If there is a matter that you need to settle, please follow the correct protocol. It was Reverend Jesse Jackson who said, a school system without parents at its foundation is just like a bucket with a hole in it. To those of you who were promoted yesterday, congratulations. As you go to your new class, work very hard. Some of you did not make the 50% mark, but we have given you the chance to work with your peers. Please work hard. And to those of you who are graduating today, congratulations. I encourage you to work hard when you go to the Montserrat Secondary School. Remember the training you got at the Lookout Primary School, the various activities that you have done. Go with God, and may God go with you. Thanks for listening.
Behavior management policy. Let's give another round of applause to Ms. Jubri for the school report. I think I'm going to adopt the Lookout Primary School as my school because Ms. Jubri is just as serious about grades as she is about good manners, grammar, and behavior. So I think I'll adopt the Lookout Primary School. So Students, you'll be seeing me from time to time. Okay? Now, in true Miss Jubri style, before we proceed to the next song and then to our keynote speaker, I want to just play a little game with the children. And parents, adults, you can join in and help the children too. And I'm hoping that the children will all speak loudly. Now, there are 4 words. Everybody listen to Miss Jubri on Radio Montserrat? Yeah, so in Miss Jubri style, we're going to do a little exercise. There are 4 words that I'm going to ask you to spell for me. Coke, poke, woke, and a joke. Okay? And then after that, I'm going to ask you a question. So the first word, how do we spell Coke? Shout it out. C-O-K-E. How do we spell pork? C-O-K-E. How do we spell woke? W-O-K-E. Joke. J-O-K-E. What is the white of an egg called? Yolk. Really now? Huh? The yellow of the egg is called yolk. The white of the egg is called albumen. Okay, so we're moving on. We're going to have a song by the Lookout Primary School.
What and you so believe, and never
by striving. When I heard that Mr. Richard Campbell was going to be our keynote speaker, I was delighted because he is a hard worker. He hails from Montego Bay, affectionately known as Mobe, Jamaica. And in perusing his curriculum vitae, I recognized that he too studied at the University of Technology, Jamaica, 9 years after I did. So it is with immense pleasure that I embrace the task of introducing him to you. Now, Mr. Campbell is a lifelong learner. He is currently pursuing a Master's of Science in Project Management at the University of Liverpool. He completed a Bachelor of Arts in Architectural Studies at the University of Technology, Jamaica, and he attended the Montego Bay Community College, studying architectural technology. Mr. Campbell is a board member of the St. Augustine Primary School and a member of the Catholic Parish Council, and he is a Catholic Youth Council moderator. He currently works as an architect in the Public Works Department for the government of Montserrat. Now, before I invite Mr. Campbell to come to the podium, remember earlier I said I had a little task for the students to do. So we'll be handing out the index cards for them to write on one side, or maybe we'll do that afterwards. But as Mr. Campbell gives his speech or makes his presentation, I'm going to invite them to think of a goal that they want to set for themselves, or a dream that they've always had. So as Mr. Campbell makes his presentation, I'm inviting all of the pupils to reflect on what Mr. Campbell is saying to you and come up with a goal for the next year. Okay? So on one side of the card, we're going to put anything the mind can conceive, and I will believe I can achieve. On the other side, we're going to put our names, the name of the student, and the goal, or the dream, the aspiration that you have. Okay, students? Okay, before I invite Mr. Campbell, we're going to have a song by Salene, and next, Mr. Campbell will just come and give his keynote speech.
So we talked all night about the rest of our lives, where we're gonna be when we turn 25. I keep thinking times will never change. I keep on thinking things will always be the same. So when we leave this year, won't be coming back. No more hanging out because we're on a different track. And if you got something that you need to say, say it right now because we don't have another day. Cause we're moving on and we can't slow down. These memories are playing like a film without sound. I keep thinking about a night in June. I didn't know much of love, but it came too soon. And it was me and you, and then we got real blue. Stay at home talking on the telephone, and we would get so excited and we'd get so scared. Laughing at ourselves, thinking life's not fair. And this is how it feels. As we go on, we remember all the times we spent together. As our life changed from whatever, we will still be friends forever. As we go on, we remember all the times we had together. As our lives change from whatever, we will still be friends forever.
Ladies and gentlemen, I give to you
Mr. Richard Campbell.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, parents and children, a pleasant good morning to you all. Permit me to adopt the protocol that has already been established by the chairman. Some people have PhDs before their names, some people have MSCs. But today, I'd like to give a title to Miss Deborah Lewis. For she not only married Miss Dewberry, but she also promoted me to government architect. I must say, Deborah, I like the direction. When I was asked by Miss Dewberry to deliver the feature address for the Lookout Primary School graduation or moving up ceremony, my first response to her was, no, not doing it. I'm not the man for the job. She asked why, and I simply told her, I have a list of reasons. However, she would not give in. Finally, I said, give me until the end of the day. Right there and then, she knew she had me, because she said, I am putting your name down. Today, I feel honored to have been given the opportunity to speak to such a vibrant set of young students, accompanied by their proud parents. I understand that a number of students would have been promoted to a higher class yesterday. And to you I say, keep up the excellent work and continue to strive towards the top. However, I'll focus this delivery on a special set of 18 students here this morning who will be moving on to the Montserrat Secondary School. Oh, how happy you must be. You are going to a big school now to join the big kids. The Lookout Primary School's motto is the top is reached by striving. Very powerful words indeed. Let's look at what it means to strive. According to the Merriam-Webster Dictionary, the definition of the word strive means to work, to try very hard to do or achieve something. Graduates, have you been striving for academic success? I know your parents fed you well before you came here this morning. Graduates, have you been striving for academic success? Yes. Well, it's only the beginning, students. There are many more small steps to take before you reach where you want to go in your personal lives. Some of you want to be businessmen and women. Some of you want to be lawyers, doctors, engineers, pilots, astronauts, you name it. And today I stand in front of you confidently, attesting that you can do anything you put your mind to. However, along the road, there will be challenges. Sometimes even our parents, friends, teachers, the very people who should be encouraging us, are the ones that are demotivating us. A friend of mine, nearly 60 years old, was telling me that one of the most confusing times in his life was when he was a boy about 7 or 8 years old. He loved school and would hurry off to school in the mornings, and as soon as he got home, would open his book and begin his assignment and readings. He said one day his guardian at the time saw him writing and shouted at him, "Boy, stop wasting the good book. Bookwork is for school." Until this day, he cannot understand why someone would want their child to be studying outside of school. Parents and guardians, we have to be careful of the messages that we send to our kids, especially in the early stages of their academic development. For that particular guardian, she thought he was wasting her money. But I think we're all familiar with the saying, penny wise and pound foolish. audience, distinguished guests, allow me to tie in the theme of this speech today, which focuses on opportunities. Thomas Edison, an inventor and businessman, said opportunity is missed by most people because it is dressed in overalls and looks like work. Let me share with you a personal experience. I was born with what the older generation of us would call a gold spoon in my mouth. I thought I wouldn't want for anything for as long as I lived. Long story short, by the time I was ready for college, I was struggling to attend school some days, but I never lost sight because I knew that opportunities were dressed in overalls and looked like work. When it was time for university, I remember sitting in a place most of you would like to eat, especially when you go to Antigua, KFC, filling out my application form with some friends. I knew not at the time where the first cent would come from to pay the expensive tuition and all the living expenses, but I knew I wanted to become an architect, and the opportunities were dressed in overalls and they looked like work. I had to persevere. Ladies and gentlemen, graduating class, I went through university on a scholarship for all 4 years because I put in the work. Today, I'm proud to say to you that I was a part of the design team that gave you the new block, Building 5, which most of you would have used recently. It houses new classrooms, a science lab, and so on. Mrs. Dewberry alluded to it earlier. I was also a part of the team that gave you the multi-purpose auditorium, that big gray and blue building that is now standing on the Lookout Primary School compound. I became the professional I wanted to become because I put in the work. Every one of you here, every one of you sitting here in front of me this morning can become what you want to become as long as you remember that opportunities are dressed in overalls and it looks like work. You must keep your eyes on the goal. You must put in the work. Best of luck with your secondary education, and remember that this is just another of the many steps that you have to take to lead you to your goals. Also, remember to keep God in whatever you do. I leave you with another quote from the late Nelson Mandela, who said, "It always seems impossible until it's done." Repeat after me. It always seems impossible until it's done. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, a pleasant good morning. Thank you.
When I go to secondary school, I want all my grades to be above B.
You hear that? He wants all of his grades to be above B. Let's give our A+, A-star student a round of applause. As they say, encouragement is half the laborer's pay. So we're going to have distribution of prizes and presentation of tokens next, to encourage our children and to reward them for all their hard work thus far. So distribution of prizes, Miss Denelta Weeks.
Student of the Year. Grade K, Shanisha Weeks with an overall average of 96.2%. Giovanni Brown with an overall average of 96.6%. Grade 2, Vanika Fenton with an overall average of 88.7%. Grade 3, Sotonia Burns, with an overall average of 88.6. Grade 4, Niana St. Clair, overall average 78.3%. And these trophies were donated by Miss Annette Sweeney in the UK, but she's a Montreal. Grade 5, Emeka Jailal, 91.6%. And grade 6, Nikisha Scotland, 95.1%. We will now call Mrs. Scotland. These prizes are for students on the SEN list. Orin Favorite, most outstanding pupil who has made steady progress through dedication and effort. Orin Favorite. Kitora Kabi for progress made throughout the year in SEN. Kitora Kabi. Joshua Jeffrey for the interest shown in improving literacy skills. Joshua Jeffrey. Junelle Allen for the diligence displayed in completing tasks. Junelle Allen. And Renisha Corbett for interest shown in improving literacy skills. Renisha Corbett. Prizes for most improved. You will get your prizes at school, but I'll call out your name for recognition. And these prizes will be given by Mrs. Rachel Ryan. Grade K, Alena Harris. Grade 1, Shamoa Athley. Grade 2, Curtly Lafon. Grade 3, Samoya Brown. Grade 4, Javika Adams. Grade 5, Detrell Rogers. And grade 6, Angeli Kabi. Nikisha Scotland, we have a special certificate here for sewing. Nikisha Scotland. Nia St. Clair. Give Dishante. And Carissa Romeo. And these are sewing prizes. Hold that, I'm doing this. That's for her. Carissa Romeo. And all these are sewing prizes. Sports. We'd like Devon Sweeney to come forward as the captain. Trophy for cricket. We won the cricket match. So come, Devon. And it's for the school, so you'll hold on to it for now. Miss Anna K. Turner, best shooter, netball. Miss Nia St. Clair, best center court. How should get over here? Miss Sarian Greenaway, best defender. And our best overall center court goes to Nia St. Clair. We have some certificates for students who have been working hard, those who have been helpful, and so forth. Elise Prince for being responsible. Come quickly. Elise Prince. Destin Allen for being a self-motivated worker. Sharika Gordon for great leadership skills. Anton Chewitt, very good behavior. Anton Chewitt. Zoe Douglas, the most helpful pupil in grade 1. Zoe. Giovanni Brown, outstanding performance in mathematics. We have to wait, it's clustered up here. Ramona Kush, outstanding performance in language arts. Sonaya Burns for being the tidiest student. Shanika Weeks for being the most helpful pupil. Just move it. Javonte Liebert for being the most determined student. So Tanya Burns, excelling in all subject areas. Isira Augustine for displaying great leadership skills. Steady. Jacinta Ryan for consistent performance in mathematics. Sanaive Clark, most diligent student. Joshua Jeffrey, most helpful student. Adonijah Daly, willingness to help peers with maths. Emeka Jailal, performance in the grade 5 attainment math exam. Janine Sayers, creativity in composition. Nikisha Scotland, great leadership skills. Nia St. Clair, excellent work in class projects. And Anna K. Turner, great behavior. We'd like to call Miss Virginia Douglas to the front, better known as Mattie. Come. And we have a special prize for her. For being a very dedicated parent and an asset to the Lookout Primary School. And also we have a prize for her from the grade 1 class teacher, Mrs. Lewis, for being a great assistance to her throughout the year. So let us give her a round of applause again. Miss Virginia Douglas.
After hearing my deafening cries for help, you came and selflessly dedicated your time and efforts to the students of grade 2. Every Tuesday and Thursday afternoon, you were there with your tools and big heart, ready to teach your angels, as you like to call them. You taught them not only to develop the skill of being able to read, but also to have a love for reading. You showed us all in grade 2 love, care, and understanding. You not only taught the students, but I too benefited from each lesson. What we have is just a very, very small token for all of the work you have done. We just want to say thank you so very much for all your hard work and your dedication, and please do not forget us. We love you so very much, Teacher Mary. Can you please?
We have some prizes for this from Mothers Union, but you'll get that when you get to school. But just to appreciate you and let us, so that the audience would know who you are, you can stand and get a handshake. Devon Sweeney for leadership skills, especially in cricket. And Mark Rogers for leadership skills in football. Come forward quickly. And you'll be getting $50 each. Also, we have some certificates here for sewing, but because of time, you'll get those when you go to school. We would like to call on Miss Jubry. Come to the front quickly. And I'll call on Miss Hilton and Miss Emeka quickly to make a special presentation.
We, the executives, members of the Student Council, and all the students of the Lookup Primary School wish to express our sincere gratitude and appreciation to you for your hard work and dedicated service to our school. We know that above all, God will bless you for your years of service in the field of education in our country. Thank you, Teacher Edith Dubry.
Let's give her a round of applause. And this is a token from the student body at the Lookout Primary School. Let us give them a round of applause. And finally, we have some tokens here to present to some teachers from a parent. So when you hear your names, come forward. Teacher Hilton. Teacher Jamelia White. Teacher Sandra. And this parent is thanking you all for the work, the hard work you have done with her children. And finally, we have another gift from Miss Dubry. Can you come to the front? And these gifts are from Mrs. Joy Cush. And we would like to thank Mrs. Taylor for your giving out the gifts. So, Erwin will present you with a little token of our appreciation. Miss Deborah Lewis, our chairperson, can you please stand? Honorable Donaldson Romeo, can you please stand? And of course, Mr. Campbell, who gave our feature address. Thank you. Thank you, and now turn back to the chairperson.
We'll now have the vote of thanks by Devon Sweeney. Devon, vote of thanks. Could you please give him an applause? Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I have been asked to express thanks to those persons who have helped to make this end of the year ceremony a success. Firstly, I want to thank Almighty God for blessing us with health and strength and for sparing our lives to experience this day. Thanks to Ms. Weeks for the welcome and for introducing the chairperson. Thanks to Ms. Deborah Lewis for chairing the ceremony. Thanks for your remarks and thanks for introducing the guest speaker, Mr. Richard Campbell. We thank you for your words of wisdom and we promise to live up to your challenge. Thanks to our head teacher for preparing and presenting the school report. We appreciate the work that was done by our teachers, parents, guardians, fellow pupils, those who ushered, distributed tokens, and our bus drivers and conductresses. We are grateful to the St. John's Mothers Union, Mrs. Rachel Ryan, Miss Annette Sweeney, Mrs. Ann Baino for donating prizes. We must pay special tribute to the St. John's Anglican community, Father Carla Vifus, the priest warden, the secretary, and Norris for allowing us to use the chapel another time. Thanks to the media, ZJB, GIU, and the Montserrat Reporter. We cannot underscore the contribution of Miss Rebecca Chalmers and our music instructor, Mr. McLeod White. Thanks to Vanny Stewart, a past student, for training grade 3 for the dance. Thanks to Miss Weeks, Miss Blake, Mrs. Scotland, and Mr. Romeo for distributing the prizes. Thanks to Miss Coretta Underwood and Miss Janelle Lane. Thanks to Mrs. Yvonne Bray Julius for teaching the school leavers during the academic year. Thanks to all the pupils who rendered items today. We are grateful to the teachers for their hard work. On a personal note, I want to thank my parents and close relatives for their continued support. Thanks to my teachers for helping me along schoolmates and especially my classmates. Special thanks to our head teacher, Miss Dubry, for assisting me with my reading and for being patient with me so many times. As we leave the Lookout Primary School, let us remember the training we've received and endeavor to improve in all areas of school life. To one and all, a hearty thank you.
Now we're going to have the last item on our agenda, on our program, a presentation of school leavers. Now, as I invite Mrs. Yvonne Braid Julius to come to the podium.
Angele Vondel KB. Be attentive at all times. Be cautious in all you do and say. Jade Jolie Durant. Be just and grab to full education. Ashanti Ellen Fenton. Be alert at all times. Roshan Kimani Fenton. Be responsible for your actions. Sarlene Justin Gibbons. Sharpen your skills. Sarian Samika Lanadia Greenaway. Let success be your guide. Joel Anthony Danik Irish. Never jest about your education. Jamal Najee Andre Kerwin Ryan. Be jubilant sometimes. Dariona Louisa Shainika Osborne. Carissa Malvia Sharon Romeo. Continue to be keen about learning. Jordan Richard Ryan. Be joyful after you have accomplished your goals. Nikisha Margaret Scotland. Never give up on education. Nia Olicia St. Clair. Now is the time to hold on to education. Devon Darren Sweeney. Be vigilant in all things. Be vigilant in all things. Malvelina Shani Stewart. Never be satisfied with mediocrity. Anna K. Jodian Turner. Be ambitious about education. Form the line.